Films back again with another video. And for today's video, I'm actually really excited because I don't know if you guys could see, but we got some Calvert racing traction bars. I actually have this GoPro mounted on top of my car. It's pretty fucking cool. I have it on a selfie stick. But yes, I got Calvert racing traction bars. I'm really excited for this install. We're going to be installing it right now. It's going to be helping out the transmission life, and it's going to be helping us with the burnouts. And when we're basically going to eliminate like that bunny hop. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like when someone tries to do a burnout and the truck just starts like bouncing. So that's what this eliminates. And we're basically going to just start hooking with the truck. And let's get right into it. I'm excited. I'm ready to install these, and let's get right into it. Alright guys, so I haven't even opened up the box yet. I'm going to be opening up the box right now. But the part number, I don't know if you guys want it right here. It's the 3404. This is for the trucks, for the Chevy Silverados, GMCs. Oh my god. But this is the flip kit version. There's a version if you have stock suspension, but if you have like a flip kit on your truck, if you're lowered, this is the kit that you will be needing. And let's go ahead and let's get right into it with this unboxing. So this is basically it, guys. These are the CalTracs traction bars. Alright guys, so I just lifted up the truck. We got it sitting on 4 jacks right now. So if we take a look underneath the truck, I got the 2 jacks right here sitting on the rear axles. And I got 2 all the way up front. And so the first step I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be loosening these rear shocks. Just the bottom. I'm just going to be loosening the bottom bolt of the rear shock, and it is a 21mm bolt. What's up guys, I am currently editing the YouTube video right now, and I did a really big mistake. I did not remove the tires prior to working on the installation of the CalTracs. I later on caught it once I realized there was a lot of tension, like pressure on the leaf spring when I was removing it. So make sure you guys remove it. That was my bad by me. I'm still learning. I was learning as I was going. It wasn't too hard, but just make sure you guys remove the tires, the rear tires, once you guys have it all up in the air. And as far as the leaf spring, what held me back was I was cutting 3 inches, because when I was doing my research, that's all I thought you had to cut, because you do have to cut the leaf spring for the traction bar. But I ended up having to cut 6 inches off the front of the leaf spring, and that way the traction bars have clearance. And then all you need is a little bit of clearance for that traction bar. So 6 inches was enough. That's probably perfect. And I'm gonna upload this video right now, so I'm gonna just add this clip. And make sure you guys drop a like. I really liked how this video came out, and the traction bars are working great. Peak Torque Innovations. Alright, so we got the rear shocks all loosened up. After that, I'm probably going to go ahead, I'm going to move back here towards the rear shackle, and they're also 21mm bolts. Gonna be removing right there you see it. Here's the back end of it. So that's probably what I'm going to remove next. And after that, this leaf spring will probably be loose from the back, and we're going to have to move towards the front. And for the front, it's a 24mm bolt. So we'll move up there once we get this back one loosened up, and let's get straight to it. Alright guys, so now that I got the rear shackle bolt loosened up, I'm going to be removing these 24mm bolts. Almost there. There's that. Oh my goodness. So as of right now, I removed the 4 24mm bolts from the flip kit, and then I went towards the back and I removed the 21mm bolt from the rear shackle. There you have it. There you have it. Now that we have all these bolts removed from the back, we're gonna be going towards the front. We're gonna be going towards the front of the truck, and all we have to remove now is the bolt up here. It's also a 24mm bolt, if I'm correct. We'll find out right now. And then this leaf spring will be completely on the ground. And then from there, we'll be able to work on it. Let's get straight to it. GoPro, stop recording. All right. Before I get started on the next step, which would be dropping the gas tank a little bit, I really didn't like how my tires were tucked in, and I'm pretty sure you're supposed to remove the tires. I feel like an idiot. I lifted up the truck a little bit more, and now I could remove these tires. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove them actually. But luckily they didn't really get damaged. I do see this little scar. You guys can see that as well. So it did get damaged. But these tires are fairly old. And I'm glad they didn't explode, or even worse, curb rash. We didn't get no scratches on the rim, on the wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the tires. Make sure you guys do that right away. And then after that, I did open up this gas cap because I'm going to be removing these bolts right here. And it's going to let us, it's going to loosen up the gas tank a little bit more when dropping. So stay tuned. Everything is going as planned. And let's get right into it. The reason we will have to drop the gas tank is because it's not going to let us remove this side of the 14mm bolt because it's really long. So let's get to it. All right, guys. So I just removed the 24mm bolt, and I did have to remove the two 15mm bolts that are attached to the gas tank, and the latches that hold them on. You have to pull them as well, or else the gas tank won't move. These latches right here, make sure you pull them out all the way underneath. Make sure you also have a jack, that way it helps you lifting it up when you put everything back. But after that, you're just gonna have to manhandle that bolt and wiggle it out. But if it will for sure come out. This is how low I got my gas tank. It's dropped, but it's not completely dropped. But you should still be able to remove that. So there you guys go. We're done. We're gonna install the new hardware, and let's get into it. All right, guys. So I had gotten my breaker bar, and that was able to do the job. So now I just got my ratchet, and should be good. All right, guys, we got the passenger side leaf spring out. This one is easier to remove, and we are going to be having to cut off 3 inches with a grinder, because this 3 inches and up is probably going to be hitting and rubbing against the traction bars. Alright, guys, so with a hammer, a drill bit, I removed it. This is the aftermath, you know, just kind of space it out, and then from there just beat it up. Make sure you get that out of the way. Now I'm going to be cutting 3 inches, but this is the driver's side. About to get down on it. Alright, guys, so once you drill out all that rubber, you're going to need to remove this ring as well. And you could use like a chisel or something, or like a flathead. I'm honestly just using a flathead, and I'm trying to, as you guys can see, I was working on it right there, but I'll keep you guys updated as well. I'm looking for a chisel because I know there's one around my house, but I can't find it. But stay tuned, we're almost done. Okay. Alright guys, so I recently just removed this ring piece. It was very annoying. It gave me much trouble. I was using a chisel and I was hammering it out. Look, it's absolutely destroyed. And then I also got a saw, but I mean the batteries are low, so I just got this. I borrowed it from my cousin, shout out Manny. But I recommend using the saw, but I was using it right now with low battery. It did put in work, but at the same time it didn't completely finish out the cut. But I'm charging the battery, and hopefully for the next one it's much faster. But this one, as you guys can see, big beat down. This is good now. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and install these bushings. Alright guys, so I got the new bushing. Let's make sure it's flush before I start beating it. Something like that. Now I'm gonna just get a hammer and do my thing. So I got my new bushing installed. This is on the driver's side. Leaf spring, it is pretty flush. I think that's pretty good. Alright, so I was looking at the instructions, and I believe the next step is once we install our new bushings, we're gonna need to install this piece from the CalTracs, and this roller right there, this roller piece is gonna be resting on the leaf spring. So that's how you could tell. Alright guys, once you guys have this CalTrac component installed, once you have the bushing, don't forget we still need to install this piece. So it's gonna go through the ring, and then you're gonna have to hammer it, but it's also gonna line up, and it's supposed to go in here. And I'm about to install it, and then after that we should be done as far as this side of the installation. And then all we'll have to do is install the saddle and the bars with the four 24mm bolts. But let's get into it, and I'll show you guys how I install this. Alright guys, now it's more on the flush side. So I hope you guys could see that fairly well. So now once we have that, we're gonna go ahead and pick up the leaf spring again, and we're gonna insert this 24mm bolt. Quick little update. So I just got the bolt in there after a few minutes of wiggling it around. What helped me is coming towards the front of the leaf spring when installing this bolt right here with the gas tank. Well, on either side, it helped me out a lot. So because I mean I was trying to lay down behind it, but laying down in front gives you the best view. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up. The bolt's not even through all the way. I'm gonna finish getting the bolt through, and all we would have to do is get the bolt, the bar installed, and the saddle with my leaf spring, with my flip kit right there. Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm back. This is the next day, but I should be finishing today. All I need to do is connect the bars, the traction bars, and I just need to put the 4 bolts on the saddle right there. And so what I had to do is I had to lift up the truck until the leaf springs sat on the differential. So that was one thing that I was wondering, but I eventually got it. So lift up the truck until the leaf spring, the differential is sitting on the leaf springs. And then as well, since for the flip kit and the leaf spring, there is one bolt. It sits on top of the leaf spring. It's in the middle. I don't know if you guys can't see it, but as well as right here for the flip kit. Let me show you guys. Let me point it out. So this piece right here, it has a hole in the center of it, and you're gonna want to make sure you line up that bolt from the leaf spring with that. But I got the truck lifted up, and I actually completed the other side. I just need to adjust the traction bars and install the traction bar, but the other side already has the saddle, and the shocks are lining up as well, so that's a plus. And let's get right into this video. Okay, I'm gonna finish installing these CalTracs for you guys, and I'm really excited and I'm really happy. This is a really fun install. And let's look at that C-notch right there. That looks pretty badass. Shout out Miguel. He dropped the truck. Looks pretty cool. I don't get to see this every day, so when I do look at it, I admire it. But let's go ahead and get started with this installation. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, YouTube, let's get into it. I'm gonna be installing this saddle right here. This is gonna be replacing the other piece that was installed previous with the flip kit. Alright, now that I got this saddle installed, all we have to do now is just install the bars. But since I'm laying down right here and the shocks are already lining up, I'm going to just go ahead and insert the 21mm bolt. Okay, so I got the hex end of the traction bar. We're going to line it up with this bolt right here, and just like the instructions say, we're going to turn it to the right. And there you guys go. It's aligning. Let me just turn it all the way. We will adjust it later. First, we're going to try to get it installed with both bolts. So that's tightened all the way. So now if I move towards the back, we have this, our other bolt. Alright, so I got the traction bar all tightened up with the front bolt. And now I'm just trying to get it to align with this back bolt, but I am having trouble because this leaf spring is in the way. I did cut it 3.5 inches, so I might cut a quarter of an inch more. Hopefully that helps. I'll update you guys right now, but I'm trying to work with it, but it's just like so close, but at the same time it's just not quite there. Alright guys, I got the traction bar installed. I had to end up cutting 6 inches from the leaf spring, and I had started off cutting with 3 inches, so I was way off. I had quite some trouble getting the bars to line up, but 6 inches was the total cut I had to make. We got everything tightened up after I installed the shock. After I ended up installing the shocks. Alright, after I ended up installing the shocks and I made sure I had everything tightened, I still am going to have to adjust the traction bar itself, but now we should be good to drop the truck. Of course, put the tires back on and take it for a test drive. But before I do that, I'm gonna make sure one last time every bolt is tightened, and let's get right into it. Alright, what's up YouTube? Mark Films back again with another clip, and I just finished installing the CalTracs traction bars. We're gonna put them to the test right here. We're gonna do a little burnout. I don't have much tire left. I will be buying tires soon, but today is currently the 26th, and I'm gonna be dropping the video the 28th this Saturday, so stay tuned. And on Monday, I'm gonna be getting the truck ceramic coated, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'll be coming out with another video as soon as I upload this. I hope you guys drop a like, subscribe, and we'll do a really cool burnout right now. Hopefully we get a good shot. This is what the truck's looking like. If you could follow me right here. I recently got a 45% ceramic tint on the windshield. I was missing that tint, and we got the 45 on the sides as well, but we got something really cool that I've been wanting for a while, and it's pretty rare. If we come over to the back, I got a 3-piece window. So I got a 3-piece, not original, but it's aftermarket, but you do see it on a lot of the trucks, like crew cabs and stuff like that. It's a slider, not the Titan window, so it's like pretty rare, so I wanted something different. We still have the wing right here, the SS wing color match that I had. But yes, we got the CalTracs traction bars installed, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a burnout. Let's do it. GoPro, stop recording.
Guys, look at the tire marks.